Hey, I'm Daniel and I've been an Outseta customer since 2021. Now if a friend would come to me and ask me, what is Outseta? Then what I would say is that it's a central hub that brings together all of the core tools to build and grow a successful online business. And combining these tools, Outseta supports a lot of different use cases. Yeah, that's a lot. And this is very different from how it normally works out there, because normally you have to get a bunch of isolated different tools that you have to duct tape together, and that can cost a lot of time, energy and money. I've been there. In the spirit of show, don't tell, let's actually jump in and take a look what Outseta and the features look like. This is the home dashboard in Outseta. Here you have the entire business at a glance when you log in into your Outseta account. In the center you see an overview of the daily activity, with a summary at the very top and then detailed activities down below. Then on the right side you can see how you're growing or not growing. I, for example, can see here the growth of the people and accounts. I can see how many emails were sent and also how the tickets stack up. And if I go to billing, I can see that my monthly recurring revenue right now is almost 6,000, which is really cool. Okay, I think at this point I need to say that this is just a demo account. How amazing would it be to have 6,000 Oh, wait, sorry, I'm still recording. And if you look on the left side, you can actually see the features and tools that I was just talking about. CRM, email, help desk, billing, auth, and then you also have reports and design tools to keep everything on brand. Let's first talk about authentication and take a look how the website of this demo business is connected to Outseta and how easy that was to integrate. So this is Bread Academy, which is a membership for home bakers. If we click on pricing here in the top, then we can see there are 4 different pricing plans. There's a free plan, then there's a membership, which is a yearly subscription, there's a lifetime plan, which is a one-time purchase, and there's a family plan that gives up to 6 people access to the same account. But consider that this could easily be a pricing page for a software product, a course, or a productized service such as a coaching. Although you don't see this, Outseta is running quietly in the background of this page, and the implementation for that was really simple. Basically, all I did was go into Outseta, to auth and then embed, and then install this header script into my website. This can be easily done in any modern website builder. And then secondly, I added a couple of special pop-up links that enable me to implement things such as sign up, login, profile, and logout buttons. Now, if anyone clicks on the login button here in the top of my navigation, this opens this nice looking login window from Outseta, which basically feels like being part of my website. I can also click on one of these plans here and this will open the specific sign up for that plan from Outseta. So here, for example, for the membership, let's actually try to sign up here. Let's go to email. And here we can see we got an email for the Bread Academy account. And this is one of the 17 transactional emails that Outseta sends automatically without me having to do anything. Let's click on confirm. And now I can set a password here. And now this immediately logs me into the membership area of the Bread Academy. Here I now have access to the recipe or, for example, the course. And in the top I can also manage my account. Again, for example, this button here connected to the profile. So if I click here, this is the Outseta profile manager, which is really nice as a self-management portal for accounts. Here I can do different things such as, for example, change the plan, change my billing information, and of course adjust my profile. And then very simply, if I click on logout, I can also very easily log out again, and then I'm out of my account. At this moment, you're probably wondering, how does Outseta know which pages are public and which ones should be protected? Now let's get back into Outseta. On the left side in auth, we find a protected content section here. If I click on this, this is the page where you can add multiple URLs that you want to restrict and also specify which plans should have access. For example, if I click on membership, I can see this gives access to the course, recipes, dashboard page and forum page. And anybody that tries to access this without the membership will be redirected to the logged page where I have some instructions of how they can sign up. Okay, now we've got authentication covered. What about billing? Because handling subscriptions, invoices, failed payments, upgrades, downgrades, that's usually where things get messy. But with Outseta, luckily that's not the case. Outseta is a verified Stripe partner, which puts the basically enterprise-grade payment infrastructure from Stripe into your hands, even if you're just a team of one. And all you need to do is to create a Stripe account and then connect it to Outseta, which for Bread Academy took me around 10 minutes. And then you're ready to accept global payments, and the rest you configure and tweak right inside Outseta. So for example, this is the plans page in the billing feature. Here I can see the 4 plans that I've set up for Bread Academy, and let's create a new plan to see how flexible Outseta is. Let's scroll down a bit. So here I can change the registration mode, for example, from individual to team, to build something like the family plan that I've created, or maybe just a traditional organizational/team plan. You can change the pricing model from subscription to one time to edible quantity to free. You can change the rate you charge. You can tweak if you want to offer a free trial, charge a setup fee, expiration dates. There's basically a lot you can do here to match whatever business model you have in mind, and to also experiment with different pricing plans to see what works. You can also enable add-ons, which is basically a way to upsell things on top of existing plans. Let's go to add-ons and take a look. So I have here a starter kit add-on as kind of a starter kit for baking. Let's add a new add-on to see what options we have. So it could be one time, recurring, or usage. Usage is really interesting. Let's say, for example, you're building an AI startup, then you could use the usage add-on to bill users for AI credits they use on your platform. And of course, you can offer discounts to your customers. I really like that because it's great for marketing, but also because you can do fun things such as giving friends and family a free account to whatever you have created. And adding a new discount is really simple. Just click add discount, tweak some settings, and then you're basically ready to go. This is generally how the Outseta features work. They give you the right tools, but don't overload you with too much settings to slow you down. So if you are a lean worker that just likes to get things done, I think you're going to really like working with Outseta. From here, let's move over to the more day-to-day tools that Outseta offers to manage and run things. This is one of the more detailed pages in Outseta, but rightfully so. On the account page, you can see everything related to one of the customers. So for example, in this case, myself. You can find information about the subscription, such as the rate and the renewal date. You can see the customer lifetime revenue, which is really good to see at a glance. Then important account information, and you can tweak this to show you exactly what you want to see. Then which people are connected to the account. So if the registration mode is set to team, there could be multiple people here. And then you see a full history of everything that happened in the account, whether somebody upgraded or canceled. But most importantly, from this page, I can immediately take actions without leaving Outseta. For example, if I click on subscription, I can change the renewal date, the expiration date, or the entire subscription. I can flag this account for upgrade or cancel the entire subscription. If I go down to people, I can easily add a person. I can change who should receive the invoice. I can re-trigger a confirmation email. And if I go to transactions, I can see all the transactions, and here's an invoice. That's what it looks like. And here in the top right, I can easily issue a refund or send a new invoice email, all with one click. Every business tracks different metrics. That's why on top of the existing properties in Outseta, you can create your own custom property. Let's create one to gather the baking experience of members. I can change the control type here, for example, from text to select, and then say options are beginner, intermediate. Now I can use this custom property in the registration or just internally as part of the CRM. The segment feature in the CRM allows you to dice and slice the customer base in any way that's helpful for you. For example, here with the Bread Academy, what I did is I created segments to show me the expired trials, or for example, users who haven't logged in, or just to group the affiliates in the account. Let's create a new segment with the custom property that we created earlier. Let's call it Expert Bakers. And now we click here on select property, and we go all the way down to search for this one. Then click equals, and then expert and add. And that's how easy you can create a segment in Outseta. And segments get really powerful with the email tool in Outseta, so let's talk about this now. At the heart of the email feature on Outseta is a branded drag and drop email editor. It's really fun and easy to work with. You have a bunch of elements that you can use, and then if you jump in, you can also, for example, access all the properties dynamically in the email content, and you can tweak the content and brand in any way you want, and if you like it, you can easily save it as a template. On top of the transactional emails that Outseta sends for you, there are basically two types of emails that you can send. The first is a broadcast, which is basically you push a button and send out one email, for example, a newsletter that happens monthly. And the second one is a drip campaign. And a drip campaign is basically an automated sequence of specific emails, for example, to create an onboarding experience. For both, you can use segments to decide which customers and accounts do you want to send those emails to. And for all emails in Outseta in general, you can look at detailed stats about the deliverability, the open rate, and how many links were clicked. Outseta has an amazing email deliverability, which is not the case with all email tools. If you want to capture emails and leads, you can also do that easily with Outseta. Just go to lead capture forms, then click add form. Let's give it a name. You can also choose to redirect to a URL, which allows you to, for example, create a lead magnet. Let's click add. Now my form is created, and you can embed it easily as anything else in Outseta using a pop-up link or as a on-page embed. To do customer support, Outseta offers you 3 features bundled under the help desk tool. The first one is a support ticket inbox. You can see how that looks like here for Bread Academy. To get emails in here, you can either use the inbound email address that Outseta provides you, for example in the BCC, or use the support ticket embed on your page. I can of course reply here to the customer, but there are also a couple of nifty things that I can do. For example, I can leave a note that's only visible for the team. I can insert a saved reply. Then I can create tags, and I can also see the total lifetime revenue to quickly prioritize how much effort I should put into this request. And the third feature is a live chat that you can embed to your page. For example, here I can write, "Is this AI?" And then you can maybe hear in the background a sound, which means here I see an incoming message, and now I can reply, "No, it's not." And then if we go back, we can see it popping up here. So this makes it easy to support a live chat on the page. So that is Outseta. In my personal opinion, a more stress-free and also fun way to build an online business. If you're curious what other people have built on Outseta, then check out the customer showcase. It's a great way to see what's possible with Outseta. Thanks for watching and hope to see you inside.